Something that's kind of hard to talk about, but it's a reality, um, is I was trained or groomed uh, and used first and foremost as an emotional regulator uh, for my parents. Um, they trained me to be like kind of a yo-yo on a string. Um, Whenever they need to regulate themselves or their emotions, I'd get pulled right in. You know what I mean? Uh, with different tactics, and this behavior continued on through most of my life, and I tried to convince myself that, oh, they really just love me. Oh, they really just miss me. Oh, they really just care about me, and they just want to see how I'm doing. That wasn't true. Um, they were using me to regulate their emotions. Uh, they were controlling me to regulate their emotions. Um, and I can feel that, that's what causes the abuse cycle addiction, is that training or that grooming of you like some yo-yo to them, on a string, to be there for them whenever they call, whenever they demand, to regulate their emotions, uh, and even now I still feel that cycle within me. It's not something that goes away on like quickly, but that's for sure. But it is a reality that they trained me to be this emotional regulator or emotional punching bag, whatever you want to call it, for them, just to be in that role, to be that uh, punching bag emotionally, uh, whenever they called, just, and they trained me to think that this was normal and that this was the right thing to do, and for a son to do, you know and I didn't really question it. um, I didn't really defy them because they were my parents and I was kind of afraid of them, but they created terror in me. But and I know some people out there know how scary they can be. So anyways, it's just something that's kind of hard to talk about, but it's a reality. I was just used to be their emotional punching bag, support, regulate them, uh, and they trained me that this was my only role. Uh, they made me think that this was my only role for the in life. It was my only main job. Was to be their emotional punching bag for them whenever they needed, and it was just a sick kind of thing. And I do believe that's what causes the abuse cycle addiction, is that yo-yo, um, training, or intermittent reinforcement, or whatever you want to call it, that they do on purpose, you know. So that's all I want to say, is that they train me to be an emotional regulator. That's it, first and foremost, for them. And so I find myself kind of putting myself in that role when I'm around like friends that are like them. I become the narcissist friend's emotional regulator. You know what I mean? I automatically like assign myself to that, automatically, and I got to stop doing that, put myself in a slave position, basically. I got to quit doing that to myself on purpose in the future. Um, so anyways, I just got to be more guarded in that respect. When I meet new people, protect myself more. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. For some reason, I wanted to say that today. Is that was pretty much my main role, was just to be an emotional regulator, and they trained me that way, and it created that addiction, I believe, as well. So that's all I want to say.